Uganda and Switzerland. And I think that's why we have the flag there. It's Uganda and Switzerland. At the end of the day, research that we do manifests and informs the policies that we have in our country. We have what we can benchmark from, and also Switzerland has a lot to learn from Uganda, I'm sure. I thank you so much for choosing to do your research in Uganda, and I hope you have had a smooth time working with us. I know we haven't had any challenges. We were on time submitting everything, and we look forward to further collaboration.
It's a pleasure to be here and to again having such honorable guests for the conclusion of this project together. I'm very excited to present the findings from this research, and the presentation today is going to be the result of work done in collaboration with Jimmy Alani, Jimmy Alani from the Ministry, Martina Jacob, who's a postdoc at University of Zurich, Joseph Mivule, who is in the room, also from the Ministry, and Sissi, who opened. And I will be brief. I will stick to 20 minutes, and then we can continue the discussion. And so the starting point for this research is that thanks to the development of the National Land Information System, there was a fantastic opportunity for research and evidence-based policy making. The collaboration between the Ministry and the University of Zurich was based on this ground and was focused on the analysis of the data in the National Land Information System. Uganda is at the forefront in terms of developing digital land records. Many other countries in Africa are implementing similar projects, but at a smaller scale, and they are well behind where Uganda is. So this is something that I think your country has to be very proud of. Sissi sketched a bit the timeline, so I will skip that. And maybe I will not read all the acknowledgements here, but I certainly want to acknowledge again the Honorable Sam Mayanja for welcoming us and for being here today, the Permanent Secretary, Dorcas Okalani, the Undersecretary, who maybe will be here later, and Commissioner William, Commissioner Smith, Assistant Commissioner Johnson, who has been very much instrumental.
From the University of Zurich, Dr. Sissi, and your team, participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Dr. Kumubeno. I'm standing in shortly for the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. The official representative is still held up, but he'll be here shortly. But nature hates virtue. So I'm going to play that role right now. It's a simple role. One is to welcome all of you for this dissemination workshop. We are delighted as a ministry to have been part of this research with Professor Lorenzo and his team, and we are very eager to see the outcome of the research and also pick a leaf from what the research might have found in order to inform our policy in Uganda. As you are aware, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a lot of areas that can be researched on in land and property. So when we have an opportunity such as this, it is an appeal to all of us to embrace it. I believe on arrival, the Undersecretary will make more remark, having participated in the benchmarking visit to the University of Zurich some time back, that will further inform today's discussion. So, mine is a simple remark that we welcome you and we are ready to listen to your presentation, and we hope to learn a lot from it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Who are here. Yeah. The M0 staff, Equiland, SIS in particular, and then my team in Zurich, Martina, Aditya, Jack, and Natasha. Okay, so I will structure this talk in maybe 5 parts, a few minutes each. I will start to talk a bit about the data, because this is really the base for the analysis. Our research is going to be very quantitative, very much grounded in the data. So data description, data preparation. Briefly talk about the research methods. I think it's important for us to communicate why doing this research is not an easy thing, and which type of methodologies we implement. And then we talk about the results, which I'm guessing are going to be the most interesting part for many of you, and some policy recommendations indeed. Okay, so the land registry, Uganda, the National Land Information System, is covering the entire country. We collaborate on data from 17 of the 21 M0s, if I recall correctly, covering about 80% of the land. And this, we are talking about 2 million land parcels that are included in the National Land Information System. You see that the coverage is very heterogeneous. In Central and in Western, a lot of land is registered in the Land Information System. In Northern, Eastern, given the nature of the tenure, this share is lower. Importantly, the data cover not only urban areas, but also rural areas and semi-urban areas. So, while I will present some results on aggregate, it is also plausible to split these results by urban, semi-urban, and rural areas. Let me skip this.
As a civil society organization with a team of researchers. We are partners, implementing partners of the Improved Land Governance project in Uganda that is supported by the GIZ and the RELAPU. So I'm proud to have the team leader, Mr. Chirumira, here. Mr. Chirumira has done a great job in building the capacity of Equiland Africana in implementing the different projects that we have. So we have different projects, one setting up, one that is being done in Luero, that is scaling up the Improved Land Governance project that we learned from our implementation in TOMALA and other areas. We are also doing a pilot project in Uganda where we are executing buyouts, one of the provisions of the National Land Policy. But that is for another day. Today we are here to celebrate the research outcome that is successful, as you see in Professor Lorenzo's presentation. Thank you very much, and I would like to welcome Dr. Nkumu to officially open this event and eventually have Professor Lorenzo make his presentation.
Some areas that remain outside of the current scope. Customary tenure is of course not integrated, and one of the projects is about integrating certificate of customary ownership into the NLS. For mailo, of course, we have information about titles, not necessarily on tenants, and there are informal transactions that are not part of the NLS. So it's important to be aware of the great potential and some limitations and opportunities for future work. I would say that given the reduced time, I will skip this part on data preparation. It's a bit more technical, and we can discuss for those of you who are interested later. Let me just highlight that we were very careful about safety. These are important confidential data, so we set up safety protocols for transfer storage. Let me also highlight that there's a lot of work that goes into going from the raw data into preparing data that are useful for the analysis. And also one benefit of this collaboration is that we merged data from the land information system with other complementary data sources. For instance, data on land use, land cover for the entire country. Okay? So part of the work was also